Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bravo stream. I'm joined by Rambo for this next match. Rambo, who are we watching here?
I believe we're watching the ladies.
The Isoladies?
Isoladies
versus Team Obscure.
Team Obscure.
False start.
False start.
But I know a little bit about these players, just a teeny tiny bit. I know that one player on the ISO girls, Holly. I'm sure you guys all know Holly. Her and Karma.
Yeah, she's engaged.
I know she plays a little bit of Call of Duty. I mean,
a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully she's studied from Damon.
Hopefully.
We're about to critique everything she does.
Everything. She's like the point of attraction here.
Oh, yeah. There's a pretty big crowd over there at the feature station. Rambo was letting everyone know that Holly was playing, but I saw you casting over at the Alpha stream. How's that?
It was fun. I really like the setup they had for this year. Like the actual stream casters actually in front, kind of like how it was at regionals.
Yeah.
That's really how it should be. Like the casters need to be part of the crowd and everything that's going on. And it's the vibe and everything is just so intense. So
I remember what was it? I think it was Dallas, where we were in the bleachers for casting. And we would always turn around and get the crowd into it. Right. They'd always look up at us.
Right.
What's up, bud? Huh? Your friend's watching? Your friend just saw you on stream, man.
Yeah. Say hi. Come on, say hi. Cool kid.
But ISO Girls versus Team Obscure. Until I see the names, I'm not sure if I know anything about the players from Team Obscure. But Freight Domination, Rambo, how do I play this map? I don't know.
You kill a lot of things. You try and win the map.
Things?
Yeah, you kill things. Kill things, get on flags, and then, yeah, good things happen from that. But, yeah.
Which one's Holly?
I have no idea what Holly's gamer tag is.
She didn't change her gamer tag.
I guess they didn't change. Yeah, they probably didn't change anything.
Well, I can tell you that this is probably their team. I think Sorceress is one of the players.
That sounds like a girl name, so yeah.
So it's either Ripper, Chance,
whichever one is doing the best, we'll have to assume that's Holly.
Whichever one's the best?
Yeah. Just given.
Pick one. Not Sorceress.
Okay, let's go with Chance.
Chance?
Because I take initiate.
Okay. All right, so that's not Chance. So
all right, so we got a normal start here. Okay, this is got to be
okay. Good strat. Capping the home flag.
Cap home flag. It's a good start. And
now you want to move on to the map.
Okay.
Make some progression here. This is definitely Holly.
Yeah.
It's Holly right here. All right, so here we go. Holly probably on your screen here.
Both teams not making any moves towards B-Dom right now, so.
They probably could just send one person onto it to capture it.
Probably. We have trading. We're trading kills here. All right, we're getting some action started. That's 3 down for Team Ladies.
This is what I like to see. I love seeing when people smoke the flag.
Yes.
So many times when I'm watching some pro players play and they just jump right onto the B flag, it can be kind of tough just to cap it solo dolo. I feel like you need either a trophy system or smoke. Both would be even better.
Right. I mean, it always helps for sure.
Holly, last one alive for her team. Solid shots, long range, but here you go. She's going to make her way through white. Now, this is a map where the spawns can be a little bit iffy. When you were playing, when you were currently competing, did you guys, obviously you knew that the spawns could be fluky, but did you do anything to compensate for that?
I just want to be safe. I mean, I like how the team, what's the name of the team again? Obscure?
Obscure, yeah.
Obscure's actually playing this really soft, and they're just like, they waited for the opportunity to push A. So, I mean, they have an AR sitting top 3, green 3, so, and when you have an AR up there, their AR 7-0 right now, so it's pretty hard for Team Ladies to actually come out of their base and make anything happen here. So
they're making the right play though.
Yep,
seeing one player top 3 go underground. However, breaking the gate, that's going to make some noise. They're currently capturing the C flag. They lost A, so the spawns are just going to flip-flop here now. What you saw from Team Obscure is they decided to push through the crates, so that forced the spawn of the Isoladies over towards the white side. They then decide to go underground. They found their way over to the C flag, which they're currently losing. They're going to be able to get the defend though. And now they need to just make some progression up the map. Ideally, they kill everyone in Cap B.
Of course, and that's always the best thing to do is kill everyone in Cap B. It's very easy to say as a caster, but when you're playing, it's obviously a big different story. Especially when you're getting outslayed like crazy right now. They have like a combined, 8 kills as a team.
Now, this guy's going to go for the KEM strike. You think he's going to get it?
I don't know. If he gets a KM strike, it's going to be epic. I would actually love to see that on the stream. That would be really fun.
I've only seen one thing, and that was a UMG event.
Yeah,
Merc got the Moab.
That's people were
lagging. Everyone was lagging. Doesn't really count.
It didn't count at all. I was there. I was on the team, and it didn't count whatsoever.
Oh, here we go. Native 12-0. This guy's just destroying things right now.
He's a show-off right now. He's being a show-off. But now he's doing work, and I mean, he's got some ammo. He's got Scavenger as one of his.
Nice.
And there he goes. And he's got 2 caps. Don't the caps count towards the Moab? Oh, we didn't see.
Oh!
Is this a caster? That's a caster thing.
I'm going to forfeit them because he didn't he just died.
He died,
You can't win the game when you die.
Carnage makes some plays on the home flag, but
I will tell you, I'm happy that he set up his complete specialist package. Whenever I watch a couple players, there are players that don't really care for it.
I mean, at the pro level, it's pretty rare you'll get there, to be honest with you.
But if you do, it's nice to have the added bonus.
But even then, it's like it's so. I mean, the first one's obviously, but like the complete bonus, like it happens maybe like once every like 150 games.
What do you usually put on your specialist for the first few?
When I played, I normally used the sleight of hand, the reload quicker. I normally got that as my first. Then I got resilience, which helped me. So let's say I got flags and I got a bit, just allows me to survive longer.
I like the reload on the go.
I don't like that one at all, actually.
You don't like that? You can sprint and reload at the same time.
It actually screws you up because if you're trying to block a reload, it actually keeps reloading, so you can't force it. You can't stop a reload.
Yeah, that's the one downside to it.
Which I end up doing a lot, so I didn't really like that. But yeah, so we see Carnage here holding second story green. It's just at this point, it's just the kills. I mean, if you look at the kill column, it's pretty ridiculously one-sided. So the score is obviously going to be lopsided in that sense. If a team's getting destroyed, then that's
So Native has as many kills as the entire Isoladies combined.
Yeah, that's normally never a good thing. And there you go, Native.
He died again.
Yeah,
he started the game, what, 11-0? Then he died. Then he died again. Yep. And you just saw him die for his third time.
Double smokes with, he got reflex on, right? He's throwing those really quick. Yeah,
he's got reflex on. Double smokes.
I like that. We don't see that often at pro level. I like the oh, that person got off the flag.
Okay. What do you like seeing? You like reflex?
I mean, I like reflex with equipment. I feel like, especially in breaking, when you're breaking a map, you'll normally have like one player that kind of like never gets a kill, right? So if you're the trailing player behind and you have the ability to help your team out with like tactical grenades, actual grenades, trophies, or anything like that, I feel like that's one thing we haven't seen in Dom enough. It's like, especially when people on this map, it's so hard to break sometimes on this map. And when you do get the kills, if a team plays right, they'll sit in the middle of the alley and just shoot you under the train. But if you're prepared and you actually throw those things on the flag, that makes it that much harder for them to kill you off of it. So
I was watching a Curse Black play actually. It was search and destroy, and they weren't using any tacticals. It was on this map. They had 0 tacticals. The only grenades they had were 2 frag grenades from Ochilla, which I thought was a big mistake. I feel like, especially on the defensive end of things, those tacticals, because what Denial were doing, they were just quick planning every round. So if you just slow them down, buy yourself some time to get set up. But
they were using so many ARs too.
Yeah.
So every time Denial just threw smokes down the middle or anything, like their Curse was just sitting there not doing anything. They couldn't contest anything because they have nothing to push through it. So.
All right. So first side lead, Team Obscure. They're up by 72 points. What do the Isoladies need to do to come back here? Just slay?
They need to start killing by a lot. Like at this point, I mean, they all need to end up being positive. They need to decide actually have a chance to come back. So that's going to be pretty hard.
Well, we're going to be watching this Native guy. He's 19-4. Going to jump on the B flag. And actually, I got a funny story to tell you. So when I first joined Curse New York, we were playing this map, and it was like our first time playing. I throw smoke. Yeah, they're all just chilling their spawn. Not sure what's going on there. But continuing on with my story, is that it was our first time scrimming, freight domination. I throw smoke. I climb up on the train, and Burns goes, "Whoa, you could do that?"
I was like, from the top of the train,
yeah.
I mean, that's not something people use when we just started playing this map. It took a bit before people started figuring that out. It didn't happen at all. Like,
I'm always that guy just to make sure I get a smoke on the top part of the train, and then I just go lay down the smoke.
And even then, if you smoke the actual flag, people always tend to look in the flag and not actual, like, if you throw it deep enough, it actually cuts off the front of the train.
And there's actually a little glitch spot you could use to make it so they can't see your feet under the train, but you have complete cover, like they can't shoot you through the train.
Really?
I'm not too sure how many people use that.
Not a lot.
But we tried to as many times as we could. It takes a little bit, and it would take like 3 seconds to maybe get into it, and those 3 seconds could have been better spent on the flag.
Right. That makes sense.
But yeah, moral of the story is Burns did not know you could climb up on the train and cap the flag.
I didn't know that until I think was the first time I got dropped. Before regionals.
The first time I got dropped.
Yeah, I mean, sadly it's what happens in competitive games these days. It's just constant team changes, and it's never gonna. I feel like it's never gonna change until people start realizing that it doesn't help.
Let's start speculating here. So usually after major events like this, there are a lot of roster changes. What do you think are gonna be the first moves that are gonna be made?
I mean, that's a tough call, man. Especially, the event's not over. It's like it's the point with any team. And like from what I heard, apparently Clayster wasn't really happy with his team before X Games, but they won. So obviously they're not going to change. And that's the same with any team. Like if EG started doing bad for a few events, then obviously they would have a change. It's just the way it works. That's how people react. That's how this community reacts to this. in my opinion, it's an issue. It's a big issue for players and stability and such. So, and for fans as well, for fans of teams and such. It's frustrating to be a fan of a team that you like, and they're not doing like awful bad, but and there's a player change. It's just, I mean, it's just the way it works. Though it's like the players control who they play with, and that's just the way it is.
Yep. So right now, Team Obscure, they got this one in the bag. It's mathematically impossible. There is no way the Isoladies can come back to this one. 166 to 68, around a 100-point lead, 98 to be exact. But next map, it's going to be Search and Destroy, so we can talk some strategy there. No idea what the map is going to be, but adding on to the roster change issue, I'm going to go ahead. I think Phase Red is going to make a change.
Yeah, I would have to assume that as well. I mean, unless they, like I said, if they do good this event, you never know. I mean, they won the first match against CCM. They won pretty convincingly. Cap was actually doing really good. I haven't seen Cap hasn't, in my opinion, hasn't been doing that well lately. But
I agree.
Like he's stepped up.
He's not doing what we expect of him. I mean,
if you ask me, like Cap's kind of like my kind of player, right? Like if he has like a constructive team around him where his team's willing to play the right way, he'll do well. But if he's playing with players that are just kind of like, I mean, with all these new players in the community these past years, and how the pace of the game as like the pace of the game is much quicker than it was. Like we would play with like 7.5 respawn delay, and we play game types like capture flag, where it's like really all methodical pushing and just controlling the map in the right ways. But now there's a lot of like blind pushes, just kind of like running at people, and everything got quicker, which is more fun to watch by far. But playing wise, if you're used to that old style, and that's pretty much, in my opinion, the most consistent style to play the game, and Disney's about to get 3-piece.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah.
Later showing off with the AR, but I feel like this game was kind of like a step back for the assault rifle players. Like Proofy, like J-Cap, the natural ARs. I feel like, you know, obviously they'd love to have an AR in their hands at all times. It's just the way this game works. It's that it's more SMG dominated.
Right. I mean, I have to agree with that. Obviously they're not, like, especially Cap, he's never used a sub until this game, from what I remember. Like, we actually, like, what was it, during NDS and Black Ops 2, when we started doing bad, like Cap actually tried running a sub because it was just like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I want to switch. I want to try something else because it was just, we were so lost. So it's just there's points in that in your career that you'll switch, but I mean he was pretty much forced to do a sub in this game because like so many maps I felt like Strike Zone, like Frayed Blitz, you just cannot afford to have an AR. That slow pace.
Even Warhawk Blitz now, you're seeing more and more teams just use all SMGs.
You guys started that. You guys started that. We followed you
stole
guys.
That from us?
Yeah, we stole the smoke 4 sub strat from you guys, and we played you as like in a season 1 thing. You guys did it was like just throwing smokes, and our ARs was useless.
Yeah, I mean, especially because of the switch to the Xbox One, the smokes are just so good, and it's something I really would love to see more. However, I feel like the way smokes are being used now is just people are just throwing them wherever they can.
Yes and no. I mean, the good teams that use smoke in the right ways will not waste them.
I feel like I don't want to say Call of Duty players don't know how to use smoke grenades. I'd like to see them used more like the Counter-Strike players use smokes.
It's a different game.
I know it's a different game, but sort of saying like smoking out power positions, smoking out specific players on the map. Like, for example, Octane Domination. You know how there's always someone at the broken Jeep? Well, if you just smoke them out.
It's much easier said than done.
Yeah.
You know, like, even if you smoke that guy out, there's always a chance of another player in the area.
It's just theory crafting.
Like in CS, it's just like everything's so spread out that if you, on offense, if you're sticking as 5 and you throw a smoke in an area and you cut off a choke point, then there's only like 3 choke points on every map in that game. So like you don't have a choice push through an area they know you're coming from. So you're forced to utilize smokes to actually get through that area. But in this game, like smokes are more a utility to try and make a push, like a hidden push, or confuse the other team as to where you're going. And just like cut off information. That's pretty much what they use. It's just different. I don't see it the same way in CS at all.
Okay. All right, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, the Isoladies will try to get their revenge against Team Obscure. We'll be right back.